Test.
Tailgating before the big game? Planning an unforgettable wedding or graduation? Or is it time for your annual office event? At Rentals for You, Mitchell's family-owned rental shop, will have you ready for any occasion. Our fill and chill tables keep the party cool, and our extensive stock of tables and chairs gives everyone a place to gather. Tablecloths, coolers, and enclosed trailer. You can quickly and easily rent them all on our convenient website, rentalsforusd.com. Contact Rentals for You for your next event.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Hi, Mitchell Kernel football right here at Joe Quintal Stadium on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports. It's homecoming night here for the Mitchell Kernels, as Mitchell Kernels with a record of 1-3 on the year, getting set to take on the second-ranked team in the 11th area Titans. They come in with a record of 3-1 on the year. I am Lyle Johnson, and joining me tonight, Tyler Youngby once again, as it's homecoming night here for the Kernels against the team that traditionally has been a very good team. As when they moved up to 11 AA, they've been ranked pretty much the entire time. It seems like that they've been in 11 AA. Now, right now ranked 5 so far this year. They pulled out wins against some of the lower level teams this year in the AA, except for Spearfish. They knocked out Spearfish in the first game of the first week. Then they beat Aberdeen Central. They lost it here, I guess, out right here on 16-0 a couple weeks ago. And then they beat Douglas last week 38-6. The Kernels, their only win has come against Douglas. And then they've lost 3 in a row against Spearfish. And our Brookings, then Spearfish and Watertown last week, 46-18 losses to Watertown. But Tyler, you and I were talking a lot of the Kernels. We've been having good, long, sustained strides on the offense. We've actually, I think the last couple of weeks, we actually had more yards offense than the opposing team. But it's just, we have those long, sustained drives where we just can't get into the end zone.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We dominate the game between the 20s. 3 times we stalled out in the red zone. Twice we turned over downs inside the 15, I believe, as I recall. Then giving up 2 big plays coming in and out of halftime has just been the Achilles heel for Mitchell. Other than that, though, yeah, we're looking at total yards for the season and everything like that. The Kernels are dead even with every team they've played in the carrying of the stats, except just lack of touchdowns. We have 8 rushing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. Just not putting the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, so far Mitchell is averaging rushing football. They're averaging 179, almost 180 yards per ball game rushing. T, they rushed for about 166 yards. So again, that's a good comparison because T has a heavy team as well. T is going to be playing the same kind of offense really as Mitchell. Both do a little bit of a double wing. Main difference is Kernels have 1 wide receiver. T will have 2 wide receivers without them. So far, Actually, yeah, they only throw the ball for 72 yards per game. This T, Mitchell, 85. So, I mean, really, it could be a pretty similar matchup. It's just going to depend on how Mitchell's defense can handle that. I mean, they practice against it all the time. Yeah, you think so. You got a good handle on it. Well, we'll see how they do. And size-wise, definitely an advantage size-wise on the offensive line for the Kernels here in this game, and the defensive line. One other good thing to watch for here, the T area defense is actually quite young. Yeah. So if the Kernels are able to get a good establishment of the run, then the young secondary will start keeping it in the backfield, look at the support, and then hopefully we can catch a couple big plays over the top. Yeah, that's exactly what we got to try earlier this week. And he said that's exactly what they want to try to establish the run against the Kernels. And they have young players. They're still kind of learning their role. Yeah, you're 4 games into the season. This is not a good game.
To homecoming, Joe Littlefield. And tonight, matchup.
And
the Area Titans. And you're the Mitchell Kernels. We call your attention to the sponsors of the video alert. We take the opportunity to thank these ladies for their support of Mitchell School District activity. Thank you, Bank West.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Thousands replacing your old phone system. Isn't it about time to upgrade to Mitchell Telecom hosted phone? It's the new alternative to traditional phone systems. Step 1, call us. Step 2, we upgrade your handsets. Step 3, we say sayonara to your old phone equipment and install a state-of-the-art fiber phone box. Step 4, we manage your entire phone network remotely. All of this for a low monthly cost. Mitchell Telecom hosted phone. Faster, better, way easier.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
Welcome back here to Joe Littlefield as we get set for the starting lineups here for both the T area Titans and the Mitchell Kernels. T area, their head coach Scott Fry will go through their offensive starters. At left tackle, number 61, Thick Luol. He's a 6'4", 220-pound sophomore. At left guard, number 75, Dawson Bukowski. He's a 6'1", 205-pound sophomore. At center, number 78, 6'3", 270-pound junior, Andre Ball.
A senior, number 12, Carter Brown.
At right guard, number 58, Gavin Stanke. He's a 6'2", 205-pound sophomore. Right tackle, 76, Cody Peterson. He's a 6'6", 265-pound senior. Split out wide, number 1, Ashton Lowry, 6'1", 165-pound senior, and number 10, Griffin Libya. And he is a 6'4", 192-pound junior, number 10. The running backs at fullback, number 22, Brady Tapia. He's a 5'7", 175-pound senior. Their 2 running backs, number 25, Connor Brown, a 6', 165-pound senior, and number 23, Kate Koreski, a 6'1", 180-pound junior. And their running back, who is also the leading rusher on the year, number 8, Mitch Grant. He's a 6'3", 185-pound sophomore. Kernels are talking their starting defense. Last week they did their offense. This week I'll do their starting defense. On the defensive line at 1 defensive end, number 79, the 6'6", 265-pound sophomore, Owen Finsky. At nose tackle, number 60, Randy Clark, 6'3", 255-pound junior. And number 67, Brian Brock, 6', 260-pound junior. Four linebackers for the Kernels. First, Colton Smith, 2 6s on the year, 3 interceptions on the year total for the He's up 7. He's a 6'5", 205-pound senior. Number 42, Logan Dessler, 6'3", 200-pound senior with 32, Caden Allen, 6'4", senior. And number 11, 6'4", 210-pound senior. Our defensive back, the corner, Tendon Skinner, 6'4", 165 senior, number 2. And number 5, Tyson Herman, 5'8", 150-pound junior. The safeties, number 18, Brady Hosing, 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. And another sophomore is the other safety, number 41, Nolan Lindstrom.
Number 11,
Coached by Carson in his third year.
and running back.
Sitting right now at 1-3 on the year.
Allen. And quarterback, senior number 1, Justin Hartman.
Going to be without a couple of their players here this week.
Assistant coach
Shot foot. He hurt his ankle last week against Nethertown.
Sterling Dockwood.
And McGee, the kicker, is back for the Kernels here tonight. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back as the announcement of the Mitchell Kernel.
Seth Walker and Trevor Ryan.
These officials are licensed by the South
I
Dakota
believe that's going to be what's
and have been assigned to this contest by the SD.
see what they're going to do the national anthem or if they're going to do the.
We ask that you please stand for
We'll go ahead and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back. We'll have the homecoming announcement. After this, we're watching Mitchell Kernel on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
the barrels. Proper respect.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again! You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure, absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
National anthem by Mitchell High School students. Now they're going to get ready to announce the homecoming court here for the 2025 Mitchell High School homecoming. Coming out onto the track out here in front of the stadium. Familiar name was crowned homecoming king here for the Kernels this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the track,
the king
of the stadium
court.
where assembled is your
Vitus Carpenter,
homecoming
Ethan Rothman,
weight candidate,
Matthew Mashesky, and Sam Mullenmeister. And your king this year was Luke LeBrun. On the Queen Court, Campbell Weedy, Katie Hone, Emma Haig, and Maddie Childs. And the Queen this year is Maddie Walls. So Luke LeBrun and Maddie Walls, your homecoming king and queen this year for the Mitchell Kernels. Congratulations to them. Now let's see if the Kernels can keep this momentum going. Win in homecoming week as they knocked off Brookings on Tuesday night in a 5-set match. Now seeing if the Kernels can get the win here against T area against the Titans. as Kernels looking to improve to 2-3 on the year. Right now, as you would expect, with a 1-3 record on the outside looking into the playoffs for 11 AA football, only 8 get in. Right now, Mitchell's actually sitting in last place in the PowerPoints rankings. So your captains on the team, Kendon Skinner, Luke LeBrun, Caden Allen, and Logan Bessler. Yeah, one thing the Kernels could do to really kind of improve there is they have a fair amount of negative plays in the rushing attack, which would really keep them ahead of the chains. They haven't had issues sustaining drives, but it seems like when the field compresses and the safeties are able to come down, the Kernels struggle moving the ball. Coin toss. T wins the coin toss. They will defer, and the Kernels will take the ball, and they will defend.
Mitchell will receive what the ball you want to defend.
So the Kernels will have the ball first, and they'll be going left to right on your TV screen. East to west, they'll be going in the sun for this first drive. Good opportunity here for the Kernels to get the ball right away and hopefully get something going. Get a sustained drive and get points on the board. Right, kind of put T behind the hole. If they want to run the ball and establish the run, like Coach Fry said, always having a lead, it makes people get impatient, and especially if you're able to get one stop and then get up 2 scores, it makes people give up on their game plan possibly, and then that would play right into the Kernels' hands, into their 3-4, 3-5 defense, their two common defenses that they usually run. Which would give them a big advantage going through the rest of the game. The officials for tonight's game: Doug Weber, your referee Seth Walter, Larry Liff, Trevor Reinich, and Herbie Keith Toner. As we'll see Skinner, Allen, and Smari Wright back deep for the Kernels. Kicker for T area on the kickoffs, Camden Hillstead. This would be a huge opportunity for the Kernels. They've been competitive in most of their games, just a couple big plays they've given up. And this will go a long way in validating the offensive change and the whole different scheme and feel of the Mitchell Kernel team, trying to switch to a power offense and try to be competitive on the lines of scrimmage. And we are underway here for homecoming. The kick is going to be fielded at the 3-yard line by Kendon Skinner. He's out across the 10, makes one guy miss. He gets to the 15, but he's stopped there. Good coverage and a good deep kick by the kicker. And that'll be where the Kernels start as Evan East with the tackle for the Titans. So the Kernels start at their own. They mark it right at the 15-yard line. Jackson Hartman under center for the Kernels. Bessler and Allen, I formation behind him. Handoff, there is faked. Hartman looking to take it up. He keeps it himself a little bit of a option play, and he's going to gain about a 2-yard gain. It'll set up 2nd and 8. He faked the handoff. Yeah, went right up the middle to Bessler. Yeah, that was a nice job there by Kingston Nyberg and Hayden Belos for the T defensive line. They were kind of held everything up and didn't get a lot of any penetration. So by the time all the faking got around and there was nowhere for him to go, the linebackers didn't have to chase to overextend themselves. So just a small gain there, but a nice push by the Kernel offensive line to gain 3 yards on it. This time a pitch out to... We've got a man wide open. Pitch up to Kendon Skinner. He's at the 50, 40, down inside the 35. A great job by the Kernels. And they pitched it out to Brady Hosing, the backup quarterback. and he finds a wide open Kendon Skinner. At first I thought it was Ted out there racing him. Yeah, he had a few good runs last week against Watertown. It was hosing, and he did a tremendous job finding a wide open Kendon Skinner. That big game on second down and 8, all the way down to the 35-yard line of the T area. Nice wrinkle there by the Kernels to bring Hosing in as the wingback and run that halfback pass. This time, handoff right up the middle. Messler gaining about a half a yard.
Brings up second.
Yeah, the slow developing dive play there to try to let the trap blocking set up for the offensive line. It was really snuffed out by Carter Brown there. He saw the hole and then he just shot the hole and broke up the timing of that play, allowing the other guys to clean up and just for a short gain for Bessler and kind of made Bessler lose his footing going through the line of scrimmage.
Bessler behind the quarterback, Allen to the left of him. Hartman rolls out, trying to find LeBrun, and it's going to be picked up. And it looks like it's going to be a pick six. LeBrun's going to be able to catch up with the receiver, or with the defender. And it's Kowalski. Again, it was covered play. There wasn't a lot of room to get the in. And Kowalski just went in and got grips on Jabrun and takes it all the way down to the Mitchell 22-yard line. It was pretty much your traditional waggle play that kind of layered with the backside tight end being the deep crossing route and the running back being the short crossing route. And just a great job by Kowalski there. The play wasn't open. You wonder if those are one of the ones Hartman should eat and just try to get what he can get on, finish his bootleg, just turn it into a quarterback scramble. So from the 22, handoff was going to be met right at the line of scrimmage by Byers Stock as a carry by Walter Brown.
One of the play. Second.
What a job by the Kernel defensive line holding their ground there. There was absolutely no push, and then a nice job by Stock finding a crease, getting his offensive lineman's shoulders turned, reaching out and getting that nice tackle. So there's a loss of one on the play. Now in shotgun formation. Grant looking to throw. He finds a man in the slot. It is Abe Kowalski. And it's going to be right at the sticks. I think they're going to mark them they're going to mark them a yard short. It's going to be third and a short one for T. Yeah, the Kernels brought blitz there. They had 4 down linemen, and then they brought 2 linebackers off that right side. And yeah, good job by Grant there to just throw right into where the blitzers are coming from. And he was able to complete a nice little quick out and a big third down here for the Kernels to get off the field. Grant, handoff right up the middle. It's going to be enough for the first down, I believe. Yep, it is a first down. Just enough.
Tapia, the ball carrier.
Tapia, the fullback. It was a great job by the Kernel defensive line and linebackers in there. It looked like Stock and LeBrun had him pretty well. They made contact with him behind there, but yeah, just the pile just kept moving a little bit and picked up that first down by a half a yard. So it'll be first and 10 from the 12-yard line for T area. And again, shotgun formation. This is where you got to be careful of a run by Mitch Grant. And he does throw a quick out, and down inside the 5 near the goal line is Grant and is Kowalski again. And he's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 3, gain of 9 on the
23 Kowalski.
Actually, they spot him just inside the 4.
3-yard line.
So you can say it's just a long run here on second down. So he kind of coming up with a little different than what he had originally, like the Kernels probably were expecting, coming out with a couple of pass plays. Now there was a hand, this time Grant pushes it out to Kowalski, and good job, good pursuit by Kendon Skinner and LeBrun come in.
Ball carrier and by Kendon Skinner.
Kowalski on that carry. Actually, going to the sideline is the quarterback Grant. I'm thinking, I don't know if he lost the helmet, or if they call him the timeout, or
lost. He's just over there talking to his coach, but the official kind of walked over with him.
We had an inadvertent whistle. He has elected to replay the now.
An inadvertent whistle, so it's going to be second and a long one again in a play that don't count, though. That was perfectly defended. Yeah, that was very good action with Shelsky taking the dive man from his defensive end position. Then a great job by Skinner getting out there to force the pitch, and then also able to LeBrun to force the pitch, and then Skinner make that tackle, the open field tackle. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, high formation. Grant is under center. Grant hands it off. Korleski in for the score. And the T-Area Titans have taken the early 6-0 lead here. 7:34 remaining in the first quarter. That was a very good Korleski started the drive with the interception and then takes it into the house from 3 yards out for the touchdown. That was a very nice job there by Trey Kell, the center. Get up into that second level on the linebacker, and just very, very well blocked play by the whole offensive line of T-Area. Extra point is up and good. Instead, and the T-Area Titans with a 7-0 lead here in the early going, exactly halfway through the first quarter. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Thousands replacing your old phone system. Isn't it about time to upgrade to Mitchell Telecom hosted phone? It's the new alternative to traditional phone systems. Step 1, call us. Step 2, we upgrade your handsets. Step 3, we say sayonara to your old phone equipment and install a state-of-the-art fiber phone box. Step 4, we manage your entire phone network remotely. All of this for a low monthly cost. Mitchell Telecom hosted phone. Faster, better, way easier.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Titans with the early 7-0 lead here over the Kernels after the interception by Cade Korleski. He then, after a 5-play, 22-yard drive, runs it in from 3 yards out, as this one's going to be fielded and hit hard is Samari Wright. He gets hit hard right out to 30, and that will the Kernels start their second possession here with 7:26 remaining in the first quarter. Nice job there by the T-Area coverage team to not allow much there. Pretty much just about an 8-yard return is all for the Kernels, but still decent field position starting at the 30 here. And the Kernels need to keep. Looks like we have a timeout on the field here for whatever reason. A heat timeout already. Wow, that's halfway through the first quarter and there's a heat timeout. All right, we'll take a timeout as well. Is it for the players or is it for the officials? I don't know. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
Why spend thousands replacing your old phone system? Isn't it about time to upgrade to Mitchell Telecom hosted phone? It's the new alternative to traditional phone systems. Step 1, call us. Step 2, we upgrade your handsets. Step 3, we say sayonara to your old phone equipment and install a state-of-the-art fiber phone box. Step 4, we manage your entire phone network remotely. All of this for a low monthly cost. Mitchell Telecom hosted phone. Faster, better, way easier.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Here after the quick heat timeout here. They're on the 30-yard line. This was one of the quick drink of water, I guess. Yeah, I was saying that the Kernels had a good drive going right up until the turnover. Yep. Just more of the same for the Kernels. Got to make better decisions. As this handoff going to Besser, he's got a big hole right up the middle. He's got 6 yards on the carry.
Very nice inside trap play by the Kernels.
8-6.
2 down blocks, and the play side guard comes back and kicks out the other defensive tackle. He was playing the 3 technique. And what a nice run by Bessler there to be patient and let all that commotion in the front of the offensive line get settled to allow the hold to establish. Running back can kind of wreck that play himself by just getting the handoff and just running straight up the field before everything can be set up. Ethan Plant split out left wide. This time the pitch goes to Allen. Allen runs right into the defender, and he's going to gain a couple yards. It's going to set up a 3rd and 2. It looks like Allen had a field speed that cut outside, but he just tried to take the 38. Trying to take that cut. He ran right into one of the defenders. Yeah, number 51, the defensive end, chased a forward for TA. Yeah, Allen seemed like he had a chance to kind of go to the outside and pick up these last couple yards for the first down, but he chose to try to take Allen head on. And he did push him back a yard or so, but it sets up a 3rd and 2 here for the Kernels. This time Hartman keeps it himself, and he's going to get stopped. Going to be a yard loss. As coming up making the tackle is Emmett DeGeest for the Titans. It's going to set up a 4th down, 4th and 3. Yeah, punting unit comes on. Ethan Plant, the punter. Yeah, I think with losing that yard right there, Hartman losing that yard, it kind of forced the decision for coach to go ahead and punt this football on the inside the 40-yard line of his own territory here. Returner Cade Korleski is one of the returners back for T area, and the punt is going to be fielded on a run at about the 35. Good coverage for the Kernels. It's only going to get them out to the 39, and that is number 9, Cameron Hillestack. So he's a kicker and a kicker returner. You don't see that combination often. No, you certainly don't. Yeah. Every once in a while you'll see him be the kickoff kicker, a receiver would be, but not typically the place kicker. Colonel defense here took, they had a good showing out there, just a great field position for T on their first drive. Hopefully the Kernels here are able to stiffen up and get a punt here. Hand off to Korleski. He's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Good job again by the Kernels as they handed it off to the right side. A nice job out there. Owen Shelsky's on that side. They tried to hook block him and just tried to run that power toss to the outside, and Shelsky was able to make a huge pile there, and there was nowhere for Korleski to go. So just a good job. And the Green out there playing his linebacker position really helped stop that up too. Now T going forward. Korleski, a little shuttle pass right in front. A little push pass right in front of Grant, but that's only going to gain a yard. Great play by Colton Smith right there, staying home from his defensive end position, getting up and getting on top of him and taking him down for just that short gain. Sets up 3rd and 8 for T. Huge play here for the Kernels, getting that offense, getting off the defense here at 3rd and 8. T has had a good success throwing the ball here a little bit, so it'll be huge for the secondary for the Kernels here to have good man coverage. Grant rolling out to the right. He's going to look to run. We got to block it. He's going to get the first down, but I think there's a flag on the far end of the field. Yep. Yes, right at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be either illegal procedure, legal formation, or holding on one of the receivers out there. Yep. Because they are bringing it back. That was a run play the whole way. Grant never even looked downfield. He just hesitated. He just kind of took a little shuffle step at the back of his bootleg and took off running right away. Well, it is a legal formation, legal procedure, so it is going to set up now a 3rd and 13 for T area. So you catch a break there after Grant had enough in the first down. He did. That was a nice run by Grant. And now Kernels here with a great opportunity, being this 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. Sit back and kind of a little bit of play a little off coverage, sit in a zone coverage, so that way Grant's legs don't beat you, but you're still able to come up and make a nice tackle on these receivers. Grant moves it up, and
Smith to the 40, 10, 5, touchdown, Colton Smith. His third pick six of the year, and again, that's an insane one-handed catch.
Every time they really stopped trying to throw it over the 6'5" defensive end. I think just his pure athleticism.
Yes, how it is.
Jumped up, one hand. I mean, he did a good job. He felt that it was kind of something coming towards him, so he stopped his pass rush and stopped, and was just starting to sag back, and the quarterback, Grant, tried to put it in the air, and Colton Smith just stick his giant long arms up in the air and just jumped up and just pulled that ball straight out of the sky. And then the athleticism to land, turn, and run, and not get ran down by the receiver on the outside.
That is his third pick six of the year from a linebacker position. Extra point by McGee is up and good. And with 3:29 remaining in the first quarter, it's the Titans 7 and the Kernels 7. We'll take a timeout. We'll be here watching Mitchell Kernel football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
If you've checked your financial statements lately, you're wondering if you're making the right choices. Since no one can totally predict where the markets are headed, Dice Financial can create a long-term, sensible investment plan that'll fit your individual needs and comfort level. Whether it's a college savings plan or planning for retirement, call the winning team at Dice Financial Services.
Securities and advisory services through Osaic Wealth Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Contact Dice Financial at 996-7171 or visit dicefinancial.com.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
That is definitely one of the times that I really wish we had instant replay. Yes, to see that passing, that interception one more time by Colton Smith. Again, the guy was out there in the fly. No one was really on him, but the quarterback, Grant, just didn't get it up and over. This, you mentioned the 6'5" linebacker, and with his reach, looking at over 7 feet, he just wasn't able to get it over him, and Smith with a terrific catch, turned around, ran it in for the score. And a huge boost to the Kernels here. Give that defense a little bit of new life, and the kick by McGee is going to land inside the 5. It's going to bounce into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback for T area. So the Kernels will start, the Titans will start at their own 20. Yeah, with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mitchell Kernels with all the momentum right now. T picked up those 2 first downs and then the touchdown from 5 yards out. But yeah, the Mitchell Kernel defense has forced third downs on a bunch of above every. I think T areas had to pick up their first downs on third downs on every time this year. This game, I believe. Shotgun formation for Grant. Again, look, this is going to be a pitch out. Korleski takes one Kernel miss, and we got a fly coming in late. Yeah, nice pursuit there. Looked like there was possibly a block in the back over there, but nice job by the Kernels. They're kind of stringing that play out, and it doesn't even look like the officials have it marked anymore, so it is going to be on T area. I missed the signal, but I've seen them point there. Yeah, they did call it, and I believe I thought I saw the signal there. So the hold, be a spot ball there, so it'll be about 1st and 15. The hold occurred at the 23, so that'll push them back to the 13. So it'll be 1st and 17 for T area. Then T here is not playing the cleanest game anymore. They picked up a few penalties on these last 2 drives. Yes. And that last one was huge. Yes, it was. Really gives them, the Kernels, a huge opportunity here to get great field position if they're able to get the T off the field. Handoff coming from the left side, breaking a couple of tackles. I believe that's Korleski again. He gets it back to the original line of scrimmage of 20. Yeah, so we're at a 7. Ryder Stock had him at about the line of scrimmage, but yeah, Korleski, just a powerful runner, able to shake him off and then keep momentum and pick up the 8 yards that they lost on that holding penalty. Kernel defense here lining up in more of a traditional 4-3 look. So far, it's kind of balancing out. They're able to seem like they're able to not give up the big gashing runs that they have in earlier games this year. coming in. Kernels looking, showing blitz. They're going to meet the quarterback in the middle. It's a sack for the Kernels.
What great discipline by the defensive line not to beat your guy and sprint in there, because then that gives Grant opportunities to run. Just kind of a mush rush kind of there. They just kind of just push the pocket into him and had him corral before he felt any pressure, and he had nowhere to go with the football. And then can you split a sack into quarters? That's about 4 guys right there. Caden Allen was the guy on the blitz on the left side. The PE announcer gave the sack to Colton Smith, so far so good for a game for the senior here on homecoming night. And it's going to be 3rd and 17 once again.
I don't think they're going to actually throw it, are they?
Expect a nice zone coverage for the Kernels here.
Back to throw. And it's going to be a sack by Smith, and it's going to be recovered. Huge strip sack by Colton Smith. What a whale of a ball today. We'll set the Kernels up at about the 1 yard line. Go ahead. Colton Smith with a strip sack fumble. I didn't see the player who recorded it. I know Stock and Shelsky were both back there in the area, and I did not see who jumped on it. So the Kernels have the ball at the T 1 yard line.
They have 3 kids in slings.
Huge play for the Kernels, and this is the momentum, the confidence boost that we have been talking about announcing these last couple of games that the Kernels need.
No.
Under center. He's going to take it himself, and he's in for the score. And the Kernels have the lead, 13-7, a 1-yard touchdown. Jackson Oliver. Great job by the Kernel offensive line. I think every offensive lineman took their guy and scored, and that means that the quarterback's going to be able to just follow you right into the end zone untouched. As the Kernels, McGee coming out for the extra point. Here on Homecoming Day down. Hold is down, the kick is up and good. And the Kernels have scored 14 unanswered. Thanks to Colton Smith. 1 pick 6 and a strip sack with a second sack in a row. Yes. And the Kernels got the ball at the 1, going to score 1 play later. And the Kernels lead 14-7. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
Tailgating before the big game? Planning an unforgettable wedding or graduation? Or is it time for your annual office event? At Rentals for You, Mitchell's family-owned rental shop, will have you ready for any occasion. Our fill and chill tables keep the party cool, and our extensive stock of tables and chairs gives everyone a place to gather. Tablecloths, coolers, and enclosed trailer. You can quickly and easily rent them all on our convenient website, rentalsforusd.com. Contact Rentals for You for your next event.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Colton's been an all-state basketball player for a couple of years for the Kernels. And coming here, this is the first year he's played football since, I believe, 7th or 8th grade. I think it's 7th, to be honest. And I think he's already actually gotten calls from college football teams, really, just because of his athleticism and his size. And he's showing he can make some plays. And they don't really know in the game yet. Yeah. and even now himself, they've actually moved him down to a more down lineman position. So obviously he's not afraid of the contact that is needed to be a defensive lineman. So yeah, Colton Smith, he's growing by leaps and bounds here this evening this year as a football player. So Kernels leading 14-7. I think this is their first lead since they played Douglas the first week of the year, I believe so, yeah. And the kickoff went into the end zone by McGee, so T will start off once again at their own 20. I think it feels good for them to finally be on the receiving side of some of the breaks that happened in a football game. It seemed like everything had been going against them the last couple games. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the left. This time it's just a straight-up run by Grant. He's going to gain about 4 yards, but he's stopped right up the middle. It is number 67 for the Kernels, Brian Stock.
Yeah, nice job there by Stock staying in there from his nose tackle position.
Football, you can't.
And yeah, no really know where to go, but yeah, if you're T, you're kind of just looking for anything to help you out here. They're trying to stop the bleeding. But yeah, the Kernels here, nice second down opportunity. They're able to put T in a passing situation. The pass rush has shown to be very effective today.
And off to Korleski, this time a good job by the Kernels. Going to limit them to just a 1 yard gain. Coming in from the bottom of the pile there was number 55.
It's a 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line.
I believe it's Caden. Yep, Mary Nuremberg, yep. Yeah, and that was a great job by him. His guard pulled, the backside guard tried to pull to lead Korleski around that corner, and he just followed the guard and was able to make a nice tackle on Korleski.
3rd and 5, Grant looking for a quick throw, and we're going to have another flag come in. I think that's going to be another, looks like they might be calling offsides on Mitchell.
Pass to Winga is incomplete.
That'd be the first penalty. No, it is a false start. The official came out on this end. He had to put his arms on his hips like it was offsides, but penalty moves him back to the 20, so it's now 3rd and 10 for the Titans.
That's only 10.
And another opportunity for this Mitchell pass rush to make another game-changing play.
3rd and 20-something, 25. You're not going to ever get that. It's windy tonight. It's like, that's why you just run a run play.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. The Kernels with a 14-7 lead over T area here on Homecoming Road.
Mitchell Kernels 14.
Mitchell Football, Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
Tailgating before the big game? Planning an unforgettable wedding or graduation? Or is it time for your annual office event? At Rentals for You, Mitchell's family-owned rental shop, will have you ready for any occasion. Our fill and chill tables keep the party cool, and our extensive stock of tables and chairs gives everyone a place to gather. Tablecloths, coolers, and enclosed trailer. You can quickly and easily rent them all on our convenient website, rentalsforusd.com. Contact Rentals for You for your next event.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Really good that first one, Michelle.
So T has a 3rd and 10 play here coming up here on this drive. First play of the second quarter. Grant back to throw, and it's going to be another false start, I believe.
Yeah, they usually don't stop the play for defensive offsides.
Well, they never do them high school usually, but it is false start. So now 3rd and 15. Kernels total yards in that first half. 59-20 advantage over T. So really T, they had that first drive. After they got the interception, they went 22 yards. But after that, they've gone backwards every time.
Yeah, they have. I don't think they've gotten a first down since that first drive. And that really shows to this Mitchell defense really putting their ears back and their ability to get rush and stop the run with 4 down linemen, so the linebackers.
And the snap goes over the head of Grant. He scoops it up and he's looking to run. He breaks a tackle and he's going to be short, maybe, hopefully. And he is going to catch a break, and we're going to have a unnecessary roughness, a late hit here on Mitchell.
Yeah, just an unfortunate broken play for Mitchell there, and the athleticism of Grant fully on display there.
They marked him. They put the bounds at I believe it was at the 27 is where they marked it.
He will be marked short of the first down, but pending the. Yep. Personal foul against the Kernels.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for T area. First penalty of the game for the Kernels.
First foul, 60 of the defense. Then out of bounds. 15-yard penalty.
And Jackie Clark gets called for the late hit. T area will have the ball at their own 42-yard line. But yeah, that hurts. Yep, that hurts. They did everything right, got off the field. Even a broken play, they mostly had it stopped short of the first down. T would have most likely punted with that 4th and 2 there. But yeah, just a little over-aggressive. Hand off, Korleski. He's looking to get to the outside. One step on him. He's got some room. Got a blocker. He's inside the 30, and the clock is flying in. He's pushed out outside, just right about the 20-yard line. 21. I think we might have an illegal block off the Conti area. Hold. Way back. There's 2 flags actually were thrown. I think they both were the same thing. Kenan Skinner was out there trying to hold the edge on Korleski, and he got kind of pushed in the back by his man. There's a block in the back on T area. Nice break for the Kernels there. And a nice job by Skinner to actually be in position to be in the area to make a play on Korleski that forced the block in the back. So we'll see where they actually spot they say the foul occurred at the Kernel 39-yard line, so they push it back. It's going to set up a first down and 1.
First down and 1.
So it would be first and 1 here at the Kernel 49-yard line.
Ball placed on the Kernel 49-yard line for a leading first and 1.
Korleski definitely has some good moves, and he showed a nice stiff arm there. Yeah, he is a very nice running back, especially with him being, he's a junior this year. Yep. Grant hands it off again to Korleski. He goes up the middle, breaks the tackle, gets across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be a first down for T area at the Kernel 43-yard line. Nice play there by T area. They came out in that double wing formation, and then they handed it off here to the right wing with 2 lead blockers around that left edge. Yeah, nice blocking there. And Shelsky actually from the opposite side ended up making the tackle on that play. Korleski now on the opposite side. And pass is going to be thrown, and it's going to be over the head of the intended receiver, Wabinga. He had a step. Wabinga.
Pass to Wabinga is incomplete.
Excuse me, Wabinga. Yeah, it's nice route there by Wabinga. And yeah, just overthrown a little bit there by Grant. Nice ball. Kernels here able, now on second down, able to get a nice chance. And it goes to show that T is not trusting the offensive line here with those quick hitting fade routes, and they're not running any pass routes that take any time to develop. So the Kernel defensive line is the dominant force out here on the field right now, and that's kind of dictating the plays that T's calling. And false start once again on T area. It's going to move them back 5 yards again. This time they might, yeah. They're calling it offside this time. Yep.
Defense number 79.
Owen Shelsky gets called for the encroachment, so that's just going to make it 2nd and 5 here for T area. So we're fairly clean. Certainly was first quarter. The second quarter is. We'd be like flags all over the place. I don't know if we had a play without a flag here in the last little bit. Yeah. So 2nd and 5 for T area. Grant looking to throw. Throws it over. It's going to be caught. Wabinga. Got to get the first down. It's going to be down at the 20-yard line. In coverage was Skinner. Nice throw and catch there by Grant, and Wabinga. Just kind of a nice double fake there. Fake the dive and then fake the pitch. Fake the counter action with the wing back. And then Grant just boots it out here and lets Wabinga right in stride on the sideline for a nice quick hitter. Now T formation here for Titans. This time the handoff goes to Carter Brown. Gets it across the line of scrimmage, gains about 2 yards on the play. Down inside the red zone of the Kernels to the 18. Nice job there by Gage Schmidt and Bessler from their linebacker positions, stopping that play. Just a straightforward zone blocking, kind of an isolation block to try to get the guard in the center up to the linebackers, but a nice job up front by Rocky Clark, holding them two defenders up, eating 2 blockers, so that way them linebackers able to come up and keep that from being a big gain, and setting up something nice here for the Kernels with 2nd and 7. Grant keeps it himself, takes it up the middle. He's going to get down inside right about the 10. I think that's going to be enough for the first down. It's going to set up 1st and goal for T area. Like a lot of the crowd was kicked out on that one. I thought they had Brown tackled back deep into the backfield, but Grant with a good job of keeping it himself and getting that first down. Kernels down here in a goal-to-go situation. Ideally, they'd like to force the field goal here for the Titans. T starting to split out a little bit more, just like you said. They run 2 receivers in their double wing instead of 1. Here comes the handoff to Brown right out the middle, and he's stuck right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard gain on the play for Carter Brown. Briar Stock with a good job of getting in there. Yeah, Briar Stock did absolutely perfect job splitting the defender, beating that center to the play side. He just rode him down right on the ground for just that short 1 yard gain. They do give it a 2 yard gain on the play, so it's 2nd and goal from the 8 for T. He was met right at the line of scrimmage, but a good job by Carter Brown to push his way to get a couple of yards. Then double wing. Grant under center. This time he fakes the handoff to the fullback, looking to take it himself, and now he pitches it out to Kowalski, but the fumble is going to be out of bounds. Snuck out of bounds. Very knocked out of bounds as Kowalski got hit, and the ball is going to be at the... Going to gain the ball down to the 4.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from T. That was a nice job by the Kernels. You know, giving up 3 yards on a full triple option play isn't to the wide side of the field. Isn't bad defense by any stretch of the imagination. There's so many responsibilities each guy has to have. And the one nice thing about that option play is it makes the defense play from the inside out versus the outside in like they like to. High formation with Kowalski back deep. Grant, Brown in motion. Hand off Kowalski, breaks the tackle. He walks into the end zone for a touchdown for T area. 2nd touchdown of the game for Kowalski. His 2nd 3-yard touchdown run. That was a 4-yard. That was a nice job blocking there by number 58, Gavin Stranke, and 76, Cody Peterson on the right side of that offensive line. It looked like there was almost a little mix-up in the backfield with Grant kind of has handed the ball off on the back side to Kowalski. But, yeah, just a great power lead play there with the H-back and a walk-in touchdown for Kowalski. Extra point is up and good, and we are now got a brand new ball game. It's 14-14, 8:27 remaining in the first half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports. Stupid Southfield. That's good. So, T area and Mitchell tied. Tied at 14 here. The drive went 80 yards. 5 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Remember, it was helped out by the penalty on the Kernels. They actually had stopped T. It would have been 4th down and about 4. But late hit personal foul penalty on the Kernels allowed the drive to continue. And there was a lot of penalties on that drive for both sides. But it ends up a 4-yard touchdown run by Kane Korleski, his second of the game. Extra point was good, and we're tied at 14 as we got another heat timeout here. 8:27 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, just going through these first half stats here, just kind of paging through them a little bit. Yeah, the Kernels creating a bunch of negative plays here in that first quarter, and that actually is carried out into this, deep into the second quarter. Just like you said, they had T third and forever, and then a couple quick turnover, and then a quick penalty, and then that got the drive started for T. He had another chance to get them off the field about midfield, but then offside penalty for the Kernels gives them something manageable here. Then, just good defense by the Kernels, but just a little bit better offense by T area down here in the red zone. They're able to punch that score in.
So the Kernels really haven't had a whole lot of going on the offensive side. They had the one play, really. That's been it. A halfback pass as the kick is going to bounce into the end zone, just rolls into the end zone. So Kernels will start at their own 40.
Bring out to the 20.
With 8:27 remaining in the first half. So the Kernels, after that halfback pass, hosing to Kendon Skinner, really haven't done much of anything on offense. Their only other, their next drive was a 3-and-out and a punt, and then they got the ball at the T1 yard line and just took one play to run it into the end zone. So we'll see if the offense can get the ball moving down the field here on this possession.
Yeah, this would be huge for the Kernels here if they're able to run this clock about all the way down and score down here. One of their nice common 7-minute drives resulting in points this time would be huge.
Hartman hands it off. Bessler looking to break a tackle. He's got the first down, and he's getting pushed all the way across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A good play. 16 yards for Logan Bessler.
Goes it out to the 36-yard line.
Leighton with the tackle for T area.
Just a huge, powerful run by Bessler. He looked like he was about stopped with 6-7 after about a 6-7 yard gain. Just kept churning them feet for them next 6-7 yards. Great job by Bessler and a nice finishing of the run.
Smith is split out wide left. Hartman, hand off again right up the middle to Bessler. This time he's going to gain about 4 up to the Kernel 40-yard line. As Carter Brown makes the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Carter Brown from one of the inside linebacker positions. Really making a nice play on that. Not allowing anything to do, but just kudos to the Mitchell offensive line, actually. Something that looks like no gain. Actually, is about a 4-yard gain for the Kernels just with our offensive line moving the line of scrimmage 3 yards.
Like we said, the Kernels have the size advantage against T area on the line. Hartman, quick pass, and fortunately, tried to get it to Luke Lazaro, and it goes over his head. And fortunately, the defender that was guarding Kendon Skinner wasn't really looking.
No. Yeah, that's one of those ones on those quick slants. As a quarterback, you can't miss high. That it's just causes all sorts of trouble. It just batted balls in the air. And then there's their defense behind you. You got the outside guy behind it, or the safeties coming up to make the play. All sorts of people are able to get their hands on that ball that you don't want to have them on.
So now Hartman in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Running back to his left. Hartman, quick throw. Chopped up the line of scrimmage. It was caught by one of the offensive linemen after it was touched. And it's going to be 4th down. They're going to give him about a half a yard there. Out to them, almost a 2-yard gain.
That was a fantastic read by Hartman right there. They brought that inside linebacker on a blitz right, and he tried to throw it right over the top of his head on a quick slant. The route was there perfectly behind it. I missed who the receiver was. think it was Skinner. But yeah, he was just on that perfect slant route. But one of the pass rushers got their hand on the ball and broke that play up. Clamp with the punt. Kernels go 3 and out again. As Kernels get a good bounce. They're down inside the 30. They're going to spot it down, I believe, right at the 29-yard line of T area. And that'll be where T will start this drive with 69-yard punt.
Down by the Kernels at the 29-yard line. First and 10 to the Titans.
So, not necessarily a 3 and out. I guess they got that one first down, but they had the one first down on the first play, and then 3 more plays, and then the punt. Yeah, a little bit of possession there for the Kernels, just kind of something to break the momentum, hopefully, so T isn't keeping it going. This time's a handoff, and again, that is going to be Doug Brown this time with Brady Hosing coming in and making a tackle, but it's going to be a first down. 10-yard gain on the play. Yeah, and T seemed to have found something off that right side with Stanky and Peterson on that right side, and then they're using Brady Tapping as just kind of a fullback clear road grader out in front, clearing out that linebacker. This time Koleski is going to get the carry, going to drag his defender, making the tackle was Lindstrom, making 3.
Second and 7.
And a much better job there by the defensive end. Number 55, Caden Nurnberg there. He kind of took the fullback head on, collapsed that down, and then that allowed Lindstrom to come in from his inside linebacker position and clean that up. Didn't allow him to hook the edge and allow him to be able to bounce, which has been getting T's been gaining a lot of yards on that secondary bounce once they get through that line of scrimmage. Grant in shotgun, looking to throw a quick throw. We're going to have a false start. I think this time it's going to be on. I believe that's going to be on the receiver. I believe so. There's a full gain down there by guys in back polos on that sideline down there.
Second down.
So that'll now make it second and
12 for T.
Yeah, just the sloppy play continues. You know, we haven't had a game like this yet this year. No, we haven't had a lot of penalties on either side so far this year. Any of the games that we've had here at Joe Quinnell, anyway. That we're coming up on the halfway point in the season here. You'd think they start cleaning things up a little bit, but it's a crew, yeah. Grant going to take it himself and run, getting some blocking down the field. He's got the first down across into Kernel territory, brought down by Kyson Herman. Going to be a gain of about 16.
First down.
To the Kernel 47. The area's offense is really getting in the flow here. They just came back right with that quarterback power with Grant. Just a huge lead block there by Brady Tapia. Just absolutely cleared out the outside linebacker of Mitchell. I believe that was Caden Allen over there. He took a pretty good shot from the fullback. And then Grant with his speed, we've commented on that already, and just able to bust through it. He gains a lot of ground. So Grant looking to throw, looking for Weaving off. He's going to overthrow him. Weaving had a step on Skinner.
Runs pass to
the pass ball was pretty complete. Second and 10. Fortunate there for the Kernels. Weaving got a nice release. Skinner was up playing press coverage and wasn't able to get a clean jam on him. And then Weaving took off from the outside, and Skinner just put Grant just put a little too much air on that ball, and he wasn't able to run underneath of it. They've still, the T area is not allowing Grant to drop back and read the field. They're still not trusting the pass blocking of the offensive line. High formation. And Koleski, he slips the tackle. I think the defender, 67 for the Kernels, I think he thought he had the tackle by his stock. And I think he had the tackle, and I think so. It's just like out of his hands. Yeah, I think Stock had a hold of him, and then I think he was waiting for a whistle to be blown. Yeah, or he kind of stopped chopping his feet thinking he was dead underwater, so then Stock thought he ended up with the man who had the ball fake, and then we got ball fake, but
Yeah, weird series of events there, but it ends up being no gain on the play. It was a good play by Stock to get back into the backfield and hold him up. And it's now 3rd and 10 for T area. Shotgun formation again for Mitch Grant. Again, you got to wait for a run. This time they pitch it out to Brown, and it's going to be down to the 40, gain of about at 7 yards. It's going to set up at 4th and short, 4th and 3. Nice kind of almost a forward pass there. Yeah, very close. So from our angle, it almost seemed like a forward pass, but it also didn't seem like the offensive line was very far down line scrimmage. I don't think there would have been any penalties there either. But yeah, too quick for anything like that to have happened. Yeah, with the 3-yard box that they have in high school, or the 5-yard box versus the 3-yard box that they have in college. Big right here, 1st down, double wing for the Titans. Grant under center. Looking to get the handoff is Brown, and the Kernels stop him. He gets a yard short, 82. Big time play for the Kernels and Owen Shasky. He makes the tackle, and a turnover on downs. That was a great job, too, by Clark. Bessler was in there, just kind of, Bessler came in out. He pretty much came as soon as the ball was snapped as a 5th defensive lineman, and they blocked everything up and nowhere real ability to run. And then just a fantastic job by the Kernels defense to get off the field here. 2.5 minutes to go. The main thing is the Kernels didn't give up points going into halftime. Well, that's what I was just going to say. All right, you got 2:23. You cannot afford to make a mistake now. That's been the Achilles heel from the last couple of games here for the Kernels. This time the handoff, inside handoff, a fake pitch out to Kev, goes inside to Bessler, and Bessler's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. Moran once again with the tackle here. Actually, they give him 3 yards on the play. Nice forward fall there by the Mitchell running backs. And Mitchell is playing a fairly aggressive style here today. The running backs are falling forward. Everything's picking up 2 and 3 yards. Mitchell is dominating the line of scrimmage. They just need to turn it into points here, hopefully going into halftime, and most certainly not give up any points going into halftime. Harmon drops the ball on the snap. Luckily, he rolls on it. It's going to be a couple-yard loss. It just really seems to be the way the Kernels season has been going when it comes to late in the first half. But this time, fortunately, the Kernels were able to fall on it. But Titans call a timeout with 1:39 remaining in the first half. So we're going to get that as well. We'll be back here right in the Kernels on
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
3rd down and 8 for the Kernels. And the Kernels are going to come out. It's imperative. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. It's imperative that the Kernels pick up a 1st down here to try to even get this clock brought down. And there's nobody still blocking. Coming in and getting the sack is Hayden Vilas. And he just went right around the left guard. Yeah, number 75 came in to play Jordan Heron. He calls the timeout. The Kernels are going to have to punt it after the big 5-yard loss on the sack. Actually make it a 7-yard loss on the sack. Yep, I was in possibility. Yeah, just T just absolutely overwhelmed this left side. They brought 2 blitzers off that left-hand side. It almost seemed like it blew the Kernel offensive line, and they just left. What's next?
Instead of keeping that protection inside out. And yeah, they're going good.
I seen on that last series on defense, Shelsky kind of limped off the field a little bit, so that's why I think we had a different left tackle in there, and it the defender just went right around that left tackle. And Hartman didn't have a chance to do anything.
The receivers never got in that route. Hartman never looked at them to see if they did anything anyway.
Plant with a high punt. It's going to be bouncing. Great bounce for the Kernels all the way inside the 20 to the T17 line. So big. That was short, very fortunate roll for the Kernels, and that's going to set up a long field for the Titans here with 1:21 remaining in the first half.
That was a great, nice high pump by Plant just to kind of back the returners off so they didn't field it. And then, very fortunate forward kick that didn't bounce right to one of them. It kind of split them on the bounce, and everything worked out perfect. Because not only did they gain 20 yards, they earned 5 more cents.
So with 1:17 remaining, Kernels just got to make sure they get a stop here. Brown with the carry. He's going to get across the 20 to the 21. Came down and coming up and getting the tackle. On the gain. Clock continues to move. Kernels in. I wouldn't call it a prevent type defense, but much more of a safe defense with the linebackers playing more kind of umbrella style, not necessarily getting downhill to try to keep no gains, but just keep everything at 2 and 3 yard gains. Grant looking to throw, looking for Liebinger again. Liebinger goes up and makes the catch over Skinner. What a nice effort by Liebinger right there. And they complete the pass into Kernel territory down to the Kernel 41. Nice pitch and catch there by T. And he got out of bounds to stop that clock. Yes, indeed. This is exactly what the Kernels cannot have happen. They cannot give up a score again here right before the end of the half, because T gets the ball first. Yes, they get in the second half. Grant looking to throw. That there's got to be a flag. It's going to be a throw. It's going to be knocked away. I think there was 2 different penalties there. I think there was a hold on Clark Smith. That wasn't called. Smith kind of looked like he left out of Rich Grant. Neither play was called. Ball falls incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10. The left tackle there for T, number 61 pick. He's struggling with the speed of Smith coming off the edge. And then Smith also weighing 220 pounds. 205 pounds, I'm sorry. Able to kind of get a little bit of pressure there once he does engage. The left tackle is really struggling keeping Smith on the passing situation. Looking to throw, throws it up, looking away. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time on the far side by the intended receiver was, it was Koleski, number 23. Smith with the pressure there again. They're actually sending Brady Tappy off that left side every time. They're kind of chipping or double teaming Smith. So one of the other 3 defensive linemen here. Clark, stop. And it looks like they have number 50's getting a little bit of action here. Mason Costas is in there. And it's exhausting facing the quarterback to not play after play. Grant makes a hand up, gets it himself. He's going to get brought down, but they're going to have a first collar. Going to be called on Smith. He just reached out. He grabbed anything he could. That was an easy one. Yeah. And it just got inside the shoulder pad there, inside the jersey. So, 2. But there is another flag. Is it a different flag? No, I think the referee was throwing. Maybe there is 2 flags. They do call a personal foul. They just went through it. I don't know if the wind just took it over there. Some referee to it, or the side judge actually saw it too. Okay.
Defense number 7, horsepower.
So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty here. 17 seconds remaining. And that wasn't a malicious penalty at all. You see him just trying to make a tackle, and he got double teamed there by the fullback. And he probably good. Yeah, arms whatever he did. That happens, and if there's another Kernel or two right there in the area, it might not even get called if there's other people in contact with them. So, first and 10 is at the 29-yard line of the Kernel critique. Oh, that should be a false to go. Tipped up in the air by Smith. Batted up in the air. Nice pressure by Smith, and he's just eating up that left tackle from Levy. He's and then these definite passing situations. Just there's absolutely no chance for him off there with Smith coming off that edge. We got Owen Shelsky checking back in here. Last 12 seconds of the game. We have to expect 2 more plays here. The Kernels need to hold. Just need to get some pressure here off this side. Coach Larson asking for the crowd to get loud. Skinner leaving it. Put the man down there looking for him again. This time he just throws it. There's miscommunication on where the throw was, where the route was supposed to go. He went inside. Threw it to the outside. Incomplete. But yeah, that was very isolation out here for Skinner. Hosing did get over the top of it fairly quick, but yeah, the initial pre-snap read was definitely Skinner all out on his own out here. And a little miscommunication. Levinga ran a straight vertical route, and Grant threw a post route. So fortunate for the Kernels there. And 2 receivers on it. 3rd and 10. 7 seconds. It could be the final play. Make the handoff, throwing it up over the middle. Could be picked up by the Kernels at the 5. Coming to the left side. He's got the 25, 30. Coming up from behind is leading up. The 3rd penalty of back for the Kernel defense. Actually, number 5. Mason Herman with the play, with the pick, and we are going to have, it is Kernel's 14, T-Area 14, here at homecoming night, here at Joe Kernel Field. We'll take a time out, we'll come back and take a look at the first time scoring. After this, you're watching Mitchell Kernel Football, Mitchell Telecom, Sports.
Help keep Mitchell a safe place to live. Shop and visit by reporting tips to Crime Stoppers.
You don't have to identify yourself, and a minimum reward of $250 is paid on all Crime of the Weeks solved by tips to Crime Stoppers.
There are lots of ways to report a crime. You can download the free P3 Tips app. Go to p3tips.com or by calling Crime Stoppers at 996-1700.
Let's all help keep Mitchell safe by reporting crime and helping investigators arrest those involved.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Welcome back here to Bill Kernel Field as the Mitchell Kernels and T-Area tied at 14 here at the half. And if we gave out a first half MVP, there is no doubt who that is in this game. As a huge first half defensively for Colton Smith here in this game. As first off, Kernels got the ball first, but there was an interception on the third play of the drive by Cade Koleski of T.
Bank West.
And he takes it all the way down to the Mitchell 22-yard line. And then I set up 9 plays later. Kate Gillespie finishes off the drive for the 3-yard touchdown run with 5 plays, 22 yards, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. The extra point by Cameron Hillstad is good. It was 7-0 with 7:30 remaining in the first quarter. Then Kernels go 3 and out. T area went backwards on a couple of plays, and then it ends up being a pick 6 by Colton Smith, a beautiful pick 6, one-handed, kind of reached behind him and got the pick and ran it 36 yards for the touchdown. Extra point by Hunter McGee was good, and with 3:29 remaining in the first quarter, it was 7-7. The next series for team, back-to-back sacks for the Kernels. The second one by Colton Smith was a strip sack. It was recovered by the Kernels, and 1 play later, it was recovered at the 1 of T. 1 play later, Jackson Hartman ran it in for the 1-yard touchdown. Extra point was good. There was a 1 play, 1-yard drive that took 3 seconds. It was 14-7. Kernels with the lead. Then
featuring the classic song.
Right at the ball at the end of the first half, or first quarter.
This evening, our James
moved its way into the second quarter. Got him.
And Nick Brothers on trial.
Late hit penalty. Personal foul on Mitchell. They kept the drive alive. It would have been 4th and about 3 or 4 in their own territory. They end up capitalizing on that drive. They go 11 plays, 80 yards, 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Ends up with a 4-yard touchdown run by Kate Gillespie. Extra point by Hillstad was good. It's 14-14, and that is where we end here at the half. Forced 3 turnovers.
Your band red.
2 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery. But we'll send it down to the field as the Sonoska Chiropractic halftime show. It's set to play. We'll be back after the halftime show.
No choice but to become an outlaw. Sit around as the high school marching band will be performing this annual Lights Out.
Help keep Mitchell a safe place to live, shop, and visit by reporting tips to Crime Stoppers.
You don't have to identify yourself, and a minimum reward of $250 is paid on all Crime of the Weeks solved by tips to Crime Stoppers.
There are lots of ways to report a crime. You can download the free P3 Tips app. Go to p3tips.com or by calling Crime Stoppers at 996-1700.
Let's all help keep Mitchell safe by reporting crime and helping investigators arrest those involved.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again! You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure, absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Partners in preparing the next generation of teaching talent. We are proud to have all of those
Kernels recognizing all of Mitchell School District teachers, staff, and administrators here at halftime out on the field. Great job by them for the Mitchell School District. Good to see them recognized as we're tied here at halftime of homecoming, 14-14. Mitchell and T area tied. Entire district team. We'll take a look at the first half stats here with Tyler. Yeah, Mitchell's offensive stats not all that impressive. 2 short fields and the defensive touchdown. But leading rusher for the night is Logan Bessler with his long run of 16 yards. He carried 2 defenders for about 10 of them. And then Brady Hosian with he's 1-1 on the halfback toss. He snuck in of his check-in and threw a 48-yard pass over to Kendon Skinner. And then Jackson Hartman is 1 of 3 for 2 yards on passing right there. And then for another bright spot for the Kernels is obviously Colton Smith with 1.5 tackles for loss, the sack, the strip sack, and the return touchdown, the interception touchdown return. But a statistic that's going to often go unnoticed is Ethan Plant, 3 punts for 100 yards with a long of 50 yards and 1 inside the 20. That'll be a huge turning point if the Kernels are able to pull this out in the second half. And then as for the T area, Cade Korleski with 9 carries, 45 yards, 2 touchdowns with a long run of 19. And then Mitch Grant, 5 of 10 for 73 yards with a long of 35. And Weaving, the receiver, with 2 catches, 53 yards, and that long 35-yard pass is to him. And then T's main scoring is Korleski with Korleski's defensive stats with the interception and touchdown return. And then Hayden Belos is the one man with sack for the T Titans. So really just a good job by the Kernels. And going back to Plant's putt right before the end of the first half, that was a big putt to make the T area Titans start at their own 17. So there could have been, I think it landed about the 35 and it rolled about 20 yards. Yeah, so it could have given them a lot better field position, but the Kernels defense really has stepped up here tonight. 3 turnovers that they have forced, 2 interceptions and one fumble recovery. So great job by the Kernel defense. They kept the Kernels in this game, but we're tied at 14-14 here at homecoming night here at Joe Quiddo Field. We'll take one more timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second half. After this, you're watching Mitchell Kernel football, Mitchell Telecom, 90 Sports. Great job.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Celebrate the most precious moments in your life with the region's most trusted independent jewelry store, the Diamond Store in downtown Mitchell. The Diamond Store is locally owned. We offer free cleaning and repairs with 2 full-time jewelers with 50 years of collective experience. We personally select our inventory with our customers in mind, so we can offer the finest selection of jewelry that meets or exceeds your expectations. The Diamond Store, the gem of downtown Mitchell, proud to support all area athletes.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Thousands replacing your old phone system. Isn't it about time to upgrade to Mitchell Telecom hosted phone? It's the new alternative to traditional phone systems. Step 1, call us. Step 2, we upgrade your handsets. Step 3, we say sayonara to your old phone equipment and install a state-of-the-art fiber phone box. Step 4, we manage your entire phone network remotely. All of this for a low monthly cost. Mitchell Telecom hosted phone. Faster, better, way easier.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Welcome back here to Joe Quiddo Field as we getting close to starting the second half here. A few more minutes here for the teams to warm up. Take a look at the scoring one more time for the ball game. Kate Korleski started it off with a 3-yard touchdown run. Then Colton Smith with an interception, pick 6 for the Kernels. Made it 7-7. Jackson Hartman, after a fumble recovery by the Kernels on a strip sack by Colton Smith, Kernels got it at the 1. Jackson Hartman took that 1-yard touchdown run on the first play, and it was 14-7 then. And then almost midway through the second quarter, Kane Korleski got his second touchdown of the game, a 4-yard touchdown run, and we're tied at 14-14 here at the half. Taking a look at other scores here in 11AA football here tonight, as it is Sturgis leading Aberdeen Central 13-7 at half. Also at the half, the number 1 team Yankton, they're leading the number 3 team Pierre 21-7. Huron and Spearfish up in Huron at the half. It's 15-12. Huron with the lead. Brookings leading Roosevelt 14-7 in the third quarter. At the half, Watertown leading Douglas 41-0. Watertown's kind of starting to figure things out here, defending state champions.
Yes.
And then our game here, 14-14. In 11 AA, Harrisburg let me get back to tonight's games. O'Gorman, number 5 team, knocked off the number 3 Sioux Falls Jefferson 32-29. Number 2, Brandon Valley defeated Rapid City Central 53-7. Number 4, Harrisburg defeated Rapid City Stevens 49-0. We talked about Brookings leading Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and then later coming up, Sioux Falls Lincoln, the number 1 team, taking on Sioux Falls Washington in 11 AAA football. We'll take one more timeout. We'll come back with the second half kickoff after this. You're watching Mitchell Kernel Football, Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
The Kernels will be kicking off here to T to start this second half. T won the coin toss and deferred to the second half.
Yeah, and this is going to be a huge series for the Kernel defense here. They're able to make a few adjustments on the little bit of success T had at the end of the half and hopefully get off the field here. And then just looking through the stats here at halftime, the Kernel offense they had a couple short fields, but the time of possession and the first down count has been dominated by T. They're leading the time possession 16 minutes to 7 minutes for the Kernels, and they have the first down edge 10-2 against the Kernels. So
Total yard 171-74 T with the advantage. So Kernel offense really they've been kept in this game by the defense. As Hunter McGee getting set to kick it off. And we are underway here in the second half. And a good kick return. It's going to be fielded at about the 7 by Korleski. And he's going to get it out across the 20. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to get stopped right about the 21. As it was, he would take David Redday with the tackle. And the broom. Yeah, nice job there by the kick coverage here. Yeah, Redday was down there and he had a shot at him, kind of a flyby shot at him that knocked him off balance, and then LeBrun kind of held him up, and then Redday finished him off on the end. Just nice coverage there by the Kernels. Return kick that only comes out to the 21-yard line is a really good coverage by Mitchell to start the second half. Hand off, Korleski, gain of about 2. Getting in there off the bottom of the pile is number 40, Clark Christensen. As is that Grant down on a Grant or no? It's one of the running backs. I think it might be. I think it was Tapia. Yeah, it looks like he might just have the wind knocked out of him here. So just a little timeout here for everybody. So yeah, nice start there by the Kernel defense. The linebackers still being very aggressive. Oh, it is Korleski. Still being really aggressive, getting upfield, getting them stopped, and keeping them to a minimal gain there. 3 yards. And give them a 2. It's 2nd and 8 for the Kernels. They're for the Titans, excuse me.
2nd and 8 for the Titans.
Yeah, it looks like all the Kernels starting off the defensive line is still out there right now. I know Shelsky was kind of coming off and on here at the end of the second half, but he is back in there.
Titans with the man in motion, I formation, handoff goes to Brown, and he's going to gain across the 25 out to the 26. Colton Smith with the tackle.
Gain 3.
So gain of 3, so set up 3rd and 5 now for the Titans.
Yeah, good job on that right side there. Smith squeezing that down from his end position on the right side, and Rocky Clark from the nose tackle position there, squeezing out really nowhere for, I believe, was it Brown on the carry there? Yeah, nowhere for Brown to go. Just kind of gets bottled up at the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward for those last couple yards. So a 3rd and 5 here for the Kernels, looking to get off the field. Looking to throw, finds Weebiger, but it goes through his hands. Ball's incomplete. And that'll be a 3 and out there for T. It'll be a punt coming up. Good job by the Green defense. Yep, just what the Kernels needed to get this second half started off right. Sending Skinner back on the punt. And just a little bit of pressure, but defensive line got a lot of hands in the air there, kind of pushed that, made Grant throw that ball a little higher than he wanted to. And forced the incompletion on Weaving there. Kernels looking to put some pressure, but the punt gets off, and fair catch going to be caught. Called for and made by Kenan Skinner at the Kernel 43-yard line. Actually, they left it at the 44, and that'll be where the Kernels will start here.
First and 10.
Yeah, the Kernels need to find a rhythm here on offense. With the short fields and the big defensive plays, it's just kind of been a little bit choppy for the offense. Never really got into a flow in that first half. So, the Kernels need to slow down here, make a few blocking adjustments, and figure out how to get this ball moving a little bit sooner and chewing up some of this clock. Hartman under center. DeBruin in motion. Hand off to Bessler. Bessler is going to get across the 45 out to about the 47. Gain of 3 on first down. As Korleski with the tackle. Yeah, nice. Kernel offensive line opened a hole there, but they muck it up actually to the 48. It's a 4-yard gain for Bessler. Wow, nice run there by Bessler. Yeah, nice hole opened up on the left side with Shelsky and Wood there kind of creasing the defensive line there, and he gets up into the linebackers for a nice little quick gain. And off this time to the front back is Korleski again, and he's pushing his legs, and he's going to get a first down for the Kernels into Titan territory down to the 43-yard line. Leaving it with the tackle. 9-yard gain for Bessler. Definitely been our best runner here in this ball game. Yeah, absolutely. And just that little off tackle play right behind Wood and Shelsky. Just that time they were able to crease up, and they were able to get one of the linebackers sealed there, and Bessler was able to kick that outside for a nice quick gain on the T side of the field. Harmon hands it. That's going to be tackled for big losses. LeBrun kind of on a little bit of an end around, and he's going to lose 4 yards on the play.
LeBrun the ball area.
Last time Titans sniffed that out. Carter Brown was tackle.
Second.
Yeah, the whole linebacking core there, the corner and the 2 linebackers on that right side didn't go for any of the fakes. And when you run misdirection like that, you're also running blockers away from where you're trying to carry the ball. If they don't carry through with that break, then plays look really unblocked. And just 2 free rushers right there and nowhere for LeBrun to go. LeBrun in motion. This time a little bit of a reverse. Handed it to LeBrun. Hands it to Caden Allen. Allen's going to gain about 3 yards to the 44. Weaving again coming up and making the tackle from the safety position. And it's going to set up 3rd and 11 for the Kernels. Yeah, they ran that quick reverse. Aiden Wood from his left guard position actually pulled the lead up through that hole, tried to pick up one of the outside linebackers. Nice play design there by the offensive coordinator, Coach Olson. So he was able to scheme something up, try to get something inside of 3rd and 10. But obvious passing down here for the Kernels. Hartman is looking to throw. A quick screen. It's going to be caught by Bessler. It's going to be a first down.
Kernels may have gotten away with a legal man down the field, but it's going to, no flag is going, and it's inside the 30-yard line down to the 29. The Geese with the tackle. And the Kernels with a great job by a good screen there. Yeah, beautifully set up.
And yeah, took a huge advantage of the aggression of that defensive line by T.
And it looked like some of
the offensive linemen with a great get out and block there.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Looks like they might have gotten away with something there. The handoff goes right up the middle to Bessler, the fullback, and he's going to gain just a short gain of 1 yard on that play. As Milas comes in and makes the tackle.
Yeah, good job there by the Titans. Nothing really to go there. Vilas playing his defensive end position, kind of smashed everything down in there, and nowhere really for Bessler to go.
So 2nd and 9 for the Kernels. Their longest drive of the game.
Yes, by far. They moved the ball kind of like this that first possession, but after the second first down, they threw the interception. But now the Kernels just great drive to start this second half.
Kernels need to call a timeout. They weren't ready.
Timeout, Kernels.
Briar Stock kind of came off the field there. Looked like he got maybe stepped on or something, limping a little bit. So just a few too many moving pieces to try to get that play off.
We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Kernels started at their own 44, down to the 28-yard line of the Titans. It's 2nd and 9. Hartman under center, I formation behind him. Caden Allen, the deep back, he takes the pitch, looking to get to the outside. And he's going to gain a few, but a good job coming over. I believe that was Carter Brown coming over and making the tackle. It was. And they give him just a 2-yard gain down to the 27. So it's 3rd and 7. Now from this range, don't necessarily have to throw it. But you want to get some good yardage here to set up a short 4th down because more than likely the Kernels are going to go for it. Although McGee has a leg. I mean, we've seen that on the kickoffs.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're shotgun this time, inside handoff to Bessler. He's going to get the first down and then some. He's down inside the 10. 1st and goal, Kernels as Bessler. Strong run again. He's down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Kernels. What a great job there by the Kernels. They built a little misdirection with the wingback, and then they pull Wood around the other side, and they end up with 3 lead blockers going straight through that right off tackle hole on that right side. They get a fantastic kick-out block by Fosness, and those 3 lead blockers lead up through that hole to clean out all that help there, and then Bessler with a nice instinctive run, cutting that back up into the middle of the field, pick up that huge gain for the Kernels. Coming in motion is LeBrun. Hand out to Bessler again. He's inside the 5. And right at the 5 is where he stood up. He gets dropped down. Number 51 in there to make the play. Chase DeVore. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. Yeah, the Kernels move LeBrun in motion there, just trying to get another block at the point of attack. But nice job there by T. Area. Not able to really allow anything to do, but still a nice job by Bessler to get pushed for 1 yard in the offensive line, not giving up any yardage, able to keep moving forward and bring up a 2nd and 5 here to put points on the board. Kernels looking to finish off this drive. Allen in motion as the handoff goes to Bessler again, and this time he's going to get dropped for a loss. Actually, they gave it to the LeBrun, I believe. LeBrun was kind of a little shovel pass, and Huffman tried to lead block for him up through the other side of the wall. Nice instinctive play off that right side from that linebacker position. I believe it was DeGeeston that kind of broke that play up. 3rd and goal from the 7. This has been the Kernels' Achilles heel this year. They've had good drives, but they just have not been able to get into the end zone. They need to get it done here. Hartman. Look, it takes it himself, makes the pitch, throws all the way down to the 2-yard line, but is held up. And that'll be set up 4th and goal from the 2.
Hartman on the keeper, gate of 5.
And it looks like the Kernels are actually going to bring out Hunter McGee to go for the field goal.
And 2.
Yeah, great run by Hartman. Good play call. Nice job. Nice job there. He gets that little bit of reverse pivot, and he's able to almost get through there. But yeah, good recovery by the secondary and T area to not let him get in there. But nice run by Hartman. Good play design, and yeah, sets up some nice, easy, manageable kick. Pretty well an extra point for McGee here. 19-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark for Hunter McGee, trying to give the Kernels the lead. Snap, the kick is up, and it is good. 19-yard field goal for Hunter McGee, and the Kernels have retaken the lead. It's 17-14 Kernels. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports. Kernels go 54 yards. It took 7 minutes and 22 seconds. Kernels settle for a 19-yard Hunter McGee field goal, but that gives them the lead. It's 17-14. Here, 3:15 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And that was the absolute perfect drive we wanted to see out of this Kernel offense coming out of the second half. And yeah, just came up 4 points short. Yeah, but we got points. Yes, absolutely. Last week we were inside the 5 twice. Yep. I think we turned the ball over twice at the 5 on downs. And Hunter McGee was out last week. Yes. So. And yeah, and kicking that field goal there for Coach Larson, it makes that decision a lot easier when your defense is playing as well as it is. Yeah. There's a 50-50 shot that could be the deciding points for the game here, as well as the defense is playing. With just 3:15 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. McGee getting set to kick it off. Korleski back as a returner. And this time it's going to be outfielded, and it's loose on the floor. Korleski recovers it, and it's going to be brought down inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Good job coming down there again, Javen Redday. Second time he's gotten down the field and did a good job on the kickoff coverage. The Titans will start at their own 14-yard line. And worst case scenario for the Titans right there, 3 guys standing there watching the ball bounce it between them. Well, we've seen that on the kickoff. They're so wide on the punt return, too. We saw that. And this time it was on the kickoff. They were so wide, and no one got over in the middle to field the kick. Grant in shotgun, runners to each side. This time Grant's going to keep it himself. He gets across the 15. Short gain of about 3 out to the 17-yard line.
Gain of 3 in play. Up to the 7.
Smith with the tackle.
In second.
Yeah, that was just kind of a quarterback lead power play. Yep. And yeah, Smith did a nice job holding down there. They left him unblocked for the most part, but he was able to just kind of beat through that traffic and get the initial hit on Grant, and then the inside linebackers came in and cleaned it up with Bessler and Christensen. Man in motion, and it's going to be a run up the middle. Korleski, he's going to have the first down out to the 25. Christensen with the tackle. That was very near legal procedure there as Hildestad, number 9, he was the man in motion, and he started moving up the field when that ball was snapped, before that ball was snapped. That is one of them rules that they've really kind of laxed on at all levels of football. You see it quite often on Saturdays and Sundays for sure, but yeah, usually in high school, they're usually pretty quick to flag that. So 1st and 10 for the Titans at their own 25. Grant under center, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Now he's going to take off and run. He's going to get first down in the Kernels secondary out toward the 44-yard line of the Titans. I'm wondering if that wasn't just a straight up quarterback draw play. It kind of looked like all the offensive linemen, they cut all the defensive linemen just to get everybody laid down. And typically when that is, it's usually a quick hitting pass play. You know, they run a bunch of slants just to try to hit something quick over the middle, a little tight end dump play. But all the routes were just straight vertical routes, and they cut all them defensive linemen. I think you're right on that, Lyle. I think that was the design quarterback run. Almost a quarterback delay, screen pass, or pitch to Korleski, coming to the left side, breaks the tackle, and he's going to get out, gain of about 8 yards, finishing the tackle is Mason Fosness. Excuse me. To be 2nd and 2 in Kernel territory at the 47-yard line. He's really found a nice rhythm here with a little bit of pass rush. Pass rush switching back and forth. And they've really been able to keep Mitchell guessing off guard. The linebackers aren't real sure if they should be coming downhill or dropping into coverage. It's making it difficult with the speed of Grant and Korleski. Grant going to keep it himself. Comes on the left side, breaks the tackle again. He's going to get fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the Kernels. Grant fumbled the ball. Kernels with the recovery. Coming up with it is 66. Colton Smith with the tackle with the strip. Yep. And surprise, Colton Smith with the strip from behind. Aiden Long with the recovery. And the 4th turnover of the game forced by the Kernels. And they will have the ball to start this drive at their own 33-yard line. Yeah, Colton Smith there not giving up on the play from his far defensive end position. Chase Grant all the way across the side of the field. And yeah, Grant never felt him, never knew he was there, and just hit him right across his arm and punched that ball out. Perfect strip by Smith. Pitch out to Allen. Allen across the 35, out to about the 37-yard line, gain of about 4 yards. Aiden Belas with the tackle, and that's probably going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. As the Kernels have the lead with the football, 17-14 here for the 4th quarter here. Coming up here at Joe Clinton Field, Kernels looking to get a homecoming victory over T area. We'll take a time out. We'll be watching Mitchell Kernel football at the Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
We talked about the time of possession at halftime, in the 3rd quarter, it was about 8 minutes to 4 minutes. Kernels with the advantage. Now 132 to 229, the advantage for T area on the offensive yardage. This time Hartman's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get basically to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard before Carter Brown
Hartman the ball here.
got him down.
On the play.
Just a nice job there by the Kernels. Just kind of that little reverse pivot, delay handoff. Well, not really handoff because Hartman's quarterback, but just a nice little delayed run there by Hartman. Turns the corner, picks up a couple yards. Gets something a little more manageable. Third and 5.
Yeah, not much of a gain there.
No.
We've seen them run that a couple of times. They really haven't gotten a ton on that play.
No.
Hartman under center. Fakes the handoff. Now rolls to his left, looking to throw. He's got his man, Luke LeGrone. LeGrone's got the first down. Pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line of T. 1st and 10, Kernels.
Yeah, just like to point out Logan Bessler there. T came with the delayed blitz after the offensive linemen all kind of paired up to block the four regular rushers. They came with a late blitz, and Bessler able to sneak in right in front of Hartman to pick up that blitzer to allow Hartman to have time to complete that pass.
So the drive continues for the Kernels. I formation this time. Hartman not able to get that pitch off. Tried to get Mason Kemp was back there as the deep back. Hartman's going to end up losing. Good 4 yards on the play. Make it 3. But so it's going to set up 2nd and 13. Yeah, but again, the defensive line that time just able to not really giving Hartman any kind of time to make any quick decision.
And that was Hayden Belos there from his defensive end position. They're not given on that double wing. It seems like the ends are just very aggressively pinching in, and hoping that the outside linebackers are able to contain.
This time the pitch out to Kemp. Kemp cuts it up the middle, gets about to midfield. He's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 49, gain of about 6 yards. They'll set up 3rd and 8 for the Kernels.
Yeah, another throwing situation here for the Kernels. The offense, the passing has improved here in this second half. They completed a couple passes. Yeah, I hope the Kernel offensive line is going to have to really stay together here, pick up this offensive block. The last time they were in a down and distance like this, T did come with a blitz.
So that shotgun formation. And I think they got a call on the defense. I think so. Because I think that's what forced Chelsky to move. They went on Chelsky.
Kind of looked like encroachment there by Chase the ball on the right-hand side. It looked like he kind of took off, and then Chelsky reacted to him as the way it looked to us.
Because he had crossed the line of scrimmage, the defensive lineman.
Bailey moves the ball back to the 44-yard line.
So bad break for the Kernels there. It's going to be 3rd and 13. I formation. Kernels, I would think, would probably play maybe a little bit conservative here. But Hartman is looking to throw. He's looking to throw it deep. And he's got Smith. Smith with the catch. Going up to your biggest receiver. And he's inside the 30, down to the 29 of the Titans.
I mean, he can high point the ball when he's playing on defense when they're not throwing it to him. He probably should be able to when they are trying to throw it to him. Nice fade route there thrown by Hartman, and just Holton Smith with his 6'5" frame going up and out rebounding that cornerback out there.
It was on the far side of the field. I was wondering if he might have pushed off a little bit. He looked like he had his hands kind of doing that motion, but again, I couldn't see it very well. But Kernels get the first down, hand off to Bessler, powering his way down to the 25. They mark him down at the 26. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Here to 3 on the play. Bessler and ball here.
Yeah, nice push there by the offensive line. Picking up that first down, they're starting to move people again. The offensive line gaining a little confidence. pushing that TTT area defensive line back.
Smith out to the left, Skinner to the right, high formation. And off, this time going to be a pitch back, and nice little cut there by Kev. Had a little stutter step, then he took off to the outside. He's going to gain a couple. It'll set up about third and a long 4 here.
That was a nice effort by Kempf there to make that one-man miss to even turn that into something salvageable there for the Kernels. That had the looks of disaster kind of written on it there when Hartman pitched that ball.
This time, hand off to Bessler. He's got a hole. He's got the first down inside, right about the 15-yard line. It'll be another 1st and 10 for the Kernels and another good, long, sustained drive for Mitchell.
Nice little trap play there with the guard coming down and picking up the nose tackle. Or the guard and the center both trapping down on the nose tackle and then pulling through. And then that counter reverse pivot action to kind of get that fake sweep counter in there, and that's been a huge play for the Kernels going up inside of the middle of that offensive line.
Already over 5 minutes off the clock here on this drive. Started at their own 33. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 15. Handoff comes to the left side. Did they call it a fumble or did they call him down? Basically, the carrier, no gain on the play. They might have called that a fumble, but he was the one that came up with the ball. Aiden Bilas again with the tackle, who said his name a lot here in the second half.
That play was really set up for the Kernels there. If Bilas don't come in and make that tackle on Kempf, they actually pulled Shelsky and Wood around that right side, and they had that thing all buttoned up on the outside. If Kempf would have been able to bounce that outside, make Bilas miss, there was a huge opportunity for him to pick up that first down and maybe score on that play.
Hartman pushes it back to Kempf again. Nice cut by Kempf. He's inside the 10. Gets down to about the 7-6-yard line. It's going to set up 3rd and short. But again, a nice little cut move by Mason Kempf. And they mark it at the 7, so it's 3rd and 2 for the Kernels here.
And just great instinctive line by Kempf there. That little hesitation, stutter step, that allowed that defender to freeze, and it actually allowed the Broom to regather and pick up his block on his man. And then he was able to cut that upfield for a nice hard run, pick up something very manageable here for the Kernels.
Call it 3rd and 3.
And just of note, Smith is spit way up to the top side of the field here.
Kernels looking just to take a lot of time off the clock here. I think they're just waiting for the clock to run down, then call a timeout here. That's exactly what they do. So a timeout with 5:25 remaining. They got this ball with 21 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. They have taken almost 7 minutes off of the game clock here on this drive alone. After the last drive took 7 minutes and 18 seconds before the field goal. So we'll take a quick timeout as well. Kernels leading 17-14. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
3rd and 3 for the Kernels at the Titan 8-yard line. Need to get to the 5 to get the first down. Yeah. They've got 1 field goal already, only with the 3-point lead here. Yeah, I think you got 2 plays to try to get that first down.
I think so. I think be aggressive with your defense here.
This time, again, they try that same play where Hartman was going to do a little delayed curl run, and it's going to fall for a big loss on the play. Carter Brown got in there. Yeah, and it's going to be a 5-yard loss, so McGee's going to come out and try the field goal attempt. Yeah, that play has not worked tonight.
there's something them linebackers are keying off in that play, because Carter Brown was the inside linebacker, and both inside linebackers have made huge plays on that quarterback draw keeper there.
30-yard attempt by Hunter McGee is up, and it is good. 30-yard field goal, Hunter McGee, and the Kernels has extended their lead. It is now 20-14 here with 4:45 remaining.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the kickoff. After this, you're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
That drive took 7 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah, back-to-back drives by the Mitchell Kernel offense of 7 minutes apiece. Essentially chewed up a whole quarter here of this second half. But
but only got 6 points off of it. So it's 20-14. Mitchell with the lead.
Yeah, Mitchell playing a much better football game all the way around and able to be on this lead yet. But yeah, it's still lack of points when they get down into the red zone.
McGee's kick going to get fielded at about the 4-yard line and out across the 20 to about the 23. I think that's Hillestad. Yes, it is.
Yep. Hillestad on the return.
With the return of about 20 yards.
Tackled by Adrian House.
But yeah,
so T will have the ball here to start.
And if you're T here, you're almost thinking, with the way Mitchell's been possessing the ball this second half, you almost have to kind of throw the kitchen sink at this drive here. You'd have to almost kind of consider this be your last chance. This might be your last chance to touch the football here tonight.
High formation. Hillestad comes in motion. And handoff goes to the fullback. That was...
Getting 2 on the play. We got second down and 8.
Yeah, Tapia.
Yeah, Tapia.
Gained 2, so it's second down and 8. And making the tackle for the Kernels was Stock.
Yeah, just trying to get something started there for T, just trying to get some forward movement. And yeah, they just tried to hit a quick fullback dive.
Coming up on the 4-minute mark. This time, quick pass out to Hillestad, and he breaks. Shoestring tackle coming up was Tyson Herman.
Pass
getting the shoestring tackle.
To number 9, Hillestad.
But it's going to be
the 42-yard line.
First down out to the 43. Or excuse me, the 38.
That's enough for a T first down.
Yep. So first down and 10 for the T Titans.
Yeah, nice catch there by Hillestad, able to beat LeBrun to the outside. LeBrun had a chance at a shoestring tackle, but Hillestad able to outrun him. Picks up a huge first down for T. Now the Kernel defense here looking to kind of get the Titans off the field.
This time the handoff goes to Kolstad. Excuse me. Korleski. And Korleski's got a big run all the way down inside Kernel territory to the 31-yard line.
For a gain of 32 yards.
32-yard gain for Korleski.
That was a nice job by actual Dawson. Dawson I lost the pronunciation chart, but the left guard, number 75, Dawson, he was able to get upfield. He was able to block one of the outside linebackers, which bottled up the whole play. So then that made the inside linebacker, trapped the inside linebackers in there. And there was nobody to break contain once Korleski broke that last tackle. He was off to the races.
There's another handoff to Korleski. This time, short gain of about 3 yards. Rocky Clark getting the tackle. It's at the 28-yard line. Clock continuing to run, coming up on the 3-minute mark here. Can the Kernels keep them out of the end zone?
Yeah, the Kernel defense have made big play after big play tonight. You know, the offense has kind of been out there doing the dirty work, holding the ball, chewing this second half clock up. But yeah, they're going to lean back into this defense again, hoping for another big play to get off the field and get the ball back in the hands of that offense.
Going to be a quarterback run right up the middle by Grant. He's going to gain about 4. He's going to set up third and
27-yard line.
Third and 2, maybe third and 3. As Rocky Clark once again with the tackle. It's going to be
on the 23.
Third and it's a long 2, we'll call it. And down to 2:10. Coaches on the sideline trying to get the Kernel fans here at the stands to make some noise.
And yeah, it is one of the louder environments we've had in here for quite a while.
Grant pitches it out. Korleski, he's got a hole, and that looks like that could have been a flag in the backfield, but he's going to get the first down. It goes out of bounds at the Kernel 9-yard line. It'll be first and goal Titans. There's nobody on that side of the field.
Yeah, Nolan Lindstrom was kind of outside contained there from his outside line, from the corner position. He was kind of covering Griffin Wiebinga in the slot there. And yeah, the coaches were thinking there was a block in the back there on Wiebinga, but wasn't called, and huge play there.
Like the Kernel,
Korleski.
One of the defensive ends there was getting in there. Somebody got into the backfield and looked like the guy was just tackled.
Yeah.
So it's first and goal for the Titans. 1:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. Handoff. Carter Brown. He gets held up. Maybe a gain of a yard. Colton Smith got in there to make the tackle.
In 1 on the play. Down to the 8-yard.
Nice play there by the Kernels, kind of keep this thing. The Kernels with 1 timeout remaining.
Kernels need to get a stop because their offense is not really inclined to be a quick-hitting kind of offense. So we're down to 1:10 remaining here. Second and goal for the Titans. I'll get back into it here. Can the defense make the stop? Grant looking to run it himself. He's got some blockers in front of him. He goes and he ends up comes flying in from the secondary all the way into the backfield.
Yeah,
you don't often see that flag thrown.
You're almost thinking that's almost guaranteed to be a holding because you would think the back judge saw Kernel's shoulder pads turn unnaturally.
It is, but you usually don't see the back or the judge in the secondary make that throw all the way.
He's got a pretty good arm on him too, by
that was a long throw.
He's a little bit of wind help.
So as Wiebinga with the holding call, and that's a big penalty because Grant got into the end zone. But now it's going to be second and goal from the 19.
And just 1 minute remaining.
With 1 minute remaining.
New life for the Kernels here. And yeah, they've really kind of found something there with just that straight quarterback power play off that right side. Key offensive line, the right tackle, Cody Peterson and Gavin Stanky, the right guard.
There we go. Grant looking to run. He's pulled it down. He's going makes a cut. He's inside the 5, down at the 5. With 38 seconds left, it's going to be third and goal at the 5.
Now to the 5-yard line.
And timeout called by T-Area with 36 seconds remaining. Kernels have 2 plays to stop.
Just a reminder, tonight.
And I got to believe it's going to be all Grant here. These next 2 plays.
They've really leaned on him here ever since they got that long pass play from the long run, by Korleski. They've leaned on Grant this whole time. It's pretty much been quarterback power left, quarterback power right, and then quarterback draw right up the middle. Them have pretty much been the only play selection they've used. They've had success, but the Kernels down here, just like the same things we suspect that are causing the Kernels trouble down in this area is the safeties only have 15 yards to cover. Now the end zone, the end line, the 12th defender for the defense. So the Kernels secondary can have a little bit more of an aggressive downhill run to keep eyes on Grant. You know, bring an extra safety down in there and spy on Grant. Just kind of keep somebody right at the line of scrimmage and not let him break contain if he is dropping back to pass.
Kernel fans are on their feet here at Joe Quinnell. Shotgun formation, running backs to the left and right. Grant, that same play, quarterback power, he dives in the end zone, touchdown T. We are tied at 20.
For the touchdown.
Great effort by Grant, sacrificing his body, going up in the air. He got flipped head over heels.
Same play they ran that got him in the end zone, but the holding call brought it back.
Yep.
They ran it again, and now the all-important extra point. Can the Kernels force a miss here? Hillestad, the extra point. Low snap, kick is up, and it is no good. We remain tied. One of the defenders came up, and it might have been Colin Smith again. I don't think he got a hold of it. I don't think he touched the ball. It was just pulled to the left.
Just enough pressure to make him think about it here. To pull the ball. And new life here for the Kernels with 31 seconds remaining.
Just don't do anything dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be kicking it off. You got to believe it's going to be some sort of squib kick. Got to be ready to
cover up a squib kick. Don't give up don't let T sneak a possession here at the end of the game. Yeah, you want to be aggressive and have that fancy return you've been practicing all year since the first days of August. But yeah, the main thing is you got to make sure that ball gets covered up first. It is a live ball after 10 yards.
So back deep, right, Skinner and Allen. We are tied at 20-20 with 31 seconds remaining. Kernels gave up the touchdown to Mitch Grant. 5-yard touchdown run on 3rd and goal. But the extra point, no good. And that's where we are here with 31 seconds remaining. Hillestad comes up, the kick. It is a high kick. And it's going to come down to Skinner at about the 13-yard line. Skinner trying to get to the outside. Gets across the 20 to the 25, about to the 27 is where the Kernels will start with 23 seconds remaining.
Ball security.
Yeah.
It's this isn't going to be the old hook and ladder, throw everything but the kitchen sink at it right here, because if the clock's at 0, you don't lose the ball game yet.
Right.
So you got to have you don't want to not try to score, but you also have to guarantee that T doesn't have an opportunity to score in your play calls here.
From their own 26-yard line, the Kernels will start.
With Colton Smith on the wide side of the field here, you kind of wonder just a back shoulder high fade.
He's on the near side.
Oh, he is on the near side?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Skinner's on the far side. Handoff goes to Bessler. And Bessler is going to get about 3 yards.
That's on the ball carrier.
I don't have a problem with you. Send it to overtime.
Second down.
Yeah, being this deep in your own end. If you'd have had another 10, 15 yards on the return, you maybe be a little more aggressive, use your last timeout, try to find something down the field. But nope, I think this is a good decision here by Coach Larson.
I don't have a problem with it.
And the Kernels here on homecoming night having a good showing, the best all-around game they played this whole season. And yeah, bring us into overtime against T-Area. Receiving votes, I believe, this week, weren't they?
They were number 5.
Number 5, yes.
Yep. So Kernels looking to get an overtime victory here on homecoming night. Both teams will get a possession at the opponent's 10-yard line.
Yep.
Which is not the cup of tea for the Kernels this year. They're struggling to get into the end zone when they get close to the end zone. But we'll see if they're going to start on the offense or defensive side. But I got to believe when T has the ball, we're just going to see Mitch Grant running again.
Yeah, they found a formula here. I mean, they scored 3 times on the last possession they had there with a couple penalties, calling it back. And yeah, Mitch Grant running that there. Yeah, for rushing. Now Mitch Grant has actually almost caught up to Koroleski here at the end of the fourth quarter. Here he's up to 81 yards. 81 yards with only long and 19. So yeah, they've just leaned on him. Just looked into leaned on Grant rushing, and yeah, it's hard to block. You hear about it talked about all the time. The 11-man blocking. The 10-man blocking schemes you can do when your quarterback runs the ball, how much of an advantage is for these offenses. And yeah, T's actually shown that quite well this fourth quarter.
Waiting for the captains to come out to midfield, do the coin toss here for the overtime period. Again, each team gets a possession. That last drive for T, 9 plays, 77 yards, took 4 minutes and 14 seconds. 5-yard touchdown run by Mitch Grant, but the extra point was no good. So that's where we are here. 20-20. First overtime game of the year for the Kernels.
Now, overtime works this way.
Kernels have not been involved in really a close game yet this year.
No.
T has had some experience with some close games.
And yeah, this is all. The Kernels have done a great job here in this close contest. They haven't had any big mistakes. The offense has looked fantastic. And yeah, the defense did give up the touchdown, but the defense also forced a errant kick, which puts us at where we're at now.
Kernels win the coin toss. So the Kernels, I'm just assuming, will take defense.
I would imagine. And so we will head back to where the game just...
Yeah, over on the east side of the field is where we'll be. It'll be first and goal from the 10-yard line for T-Area. We'll take a quick timeout, catch our breaths, and get set for overtime. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
Know of an athlete that struggled with injuries, or maybe you want to stay healthy and fit during your season? Studelska Chiropractic and Acupuncture can help, whether you're an athlete or its biggest cheerleader. We use safe, effective techniques to restore the body's motion in the spine and extremities using a combination of chiropractic care and acupuncture. Don't let tendonitis, soft tissue injuries, and subluxation stand in your way of your personal best. Call us today at Studelska Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 996-0191.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Kernel defense looking for the stop here to start this overtime period.
10, goal the goal.
It'll be first and goal from the 10 for T-Area.
And now the guys with the best seat in the house, the 3 guys running the chains, they just get to sit back and stand on the sideline and watch the game.
See if the ball crosses the end zone.
Yep.
And the same formation that we've been seeing where they just take the receivers and or the running backs as lead blockers. Yep. And it's the same exact play, but this time they fake the run. Let's almost picked up. Very well by Skinner. No, it was Skinner. Skinner over there. He read it and nearly got back there to pick that off.
It was a great recovery by him. Just like we, they committed a few more bodies to that side just to stop that play. And then just a great recovery by Skinner, and he makes a great break on the ball. Yeah, he just can't quite come up with the catch.
Same play again, same formation. 2 receivers to the right. This time, Grant's going to keep it himself, go to the left side. He's down across the 5, down to about the 4-3-yard line. That's going to set up 3rd and goal from the 3.
Down to the 4-yard line.
Just a kind of that was actually mostly
spotted at just inside the 4.
Just inside the 4. Yeah, one of the T offensive linemen down here injured on the play. But that was mostly a counter. All the backs did the same thing except they pulled the backside guard and tackle to lead for him instead of the 2 running backs. And yeah, Mitchell doing a great job not overcommitting to that right side of the offense.
It's their left guard, number 75, Dawson Banovsky. The 6'1", 205-pound sophomore is who's out down on the ground. He tried to stand up, but he couldn't. Checking out his knee.
Yeah, knee ankle area on that right side.
Let him just be a cramp, too. Gonna get helped off. Hopefully it was just a cramp.
Yeah.
You don't want to see anybody getting hurt. But
no, it looks more like a cramp now that he's up and walking again.
Maybe he might have twisted an ankle or something too. But it'll be 3rd and goal from just inside the 4-yard line for T. And so far, we're seeing exactly what we thought we would.
Yep.
With the formation that T's been running. It's been successful for them.
Yeah, just the split backs essentially standing beside Grant.
This time Grant is going to be shotgun. They're back I formation.
Have to commit an extra guy to the A gap for the Kernels.
Berlowski is going to be stopped short.
Huge play there.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
Well, let's keep the ball carry.
Great job there by the Kernels.
Berlowski gains just 2. They're going to spot it at the 2, so it's 4th and goal from the 2.
I couldn't tell who was walked up front there for inside linebackers. I would assume it'd be LeBrun up in there walking down kind of as a 5th defensive lineman, but great job up in there keeping the T out of the end zone. And yeah, now 4th and 2.
Mitch Grant, the 6'3", 185-pound sophomore, under center at quarterback. Kernels chance to stop. Titans handoff to the fullback. And actually fake the handoff, and Grant keeps it himself, and he walks into the end zone for the score. That one faked me out. That was a good play fake there by Grant, and T has taken the lead 26-20.
Yeah, it's a nice, just a straight triple option look there. And yeah, great job there by Grant and Tapia there to run a nice crisp fake there. Yeah, it looked like he gave it to him.
Illestad with the point after attempt. He missed it at the end of regulation. This one's going to be no good, too. That one got tipped.
So the Colonel with the chance.
68. That came in. Drake Cochran, I believe, that got a hand up on there. So it remains 26-20. So the Kernels have life. They got to get in the end zone and then put it on the leg of Hunter McGee for the extra point. But key thing is, you got to get into the end zone.
Yes.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
The part of the game that's really kind of hurt Mitchell this year has been goal to go and not able to get in the end zone. It's overtime from the 10, 1st and goal. Kernels trailed by 6. They have to get into the end zone here. Under center is Hartman. Pitches it out to Allen. Allen gets it inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
I think if you're Mitchell, you just do a lot of that straightforward running. Just a lot of power tosses, power dives. If you want to run Hartman, I think you just run quarterback powers right up the middle. And They haven't had much success going laterally this evening, so I think everything downhill and in front. Just 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Bessler gets the handoff. He gets it dragging the pile down to about the 6-yard line as Thick Luall
Special ball carrier
with the
down to the 6
tackle down to the 6. Hey, T is just selling out. They're going right at the Kernels. They're bringing everybody up. If you could
catch a play action,
if you could just do a quick pass, play action, a quick pass up to Colton Smith.
Yep.
Utilize his side. Now I formation. Hartman looking to throw. He's got it, throws it. It's going to be nearly picked off. It falls incomplete. Intended for Skinner. But he just was a little late throwing the football. And that's going to set up 4th and goal from the 6-yard line.
And the pressure kind of forced him deeper away and made that throw far too long to get it in there. You know, that ended up being a 30-yard throw from where he was with the pressure forcing him back.
Mitchell calls the timeout here to figure out the play call here. One last chance here for the Kernels. 4th and goal from the 6-yard line.
Yeah, your bread and butter is running the football.
But that's all they're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. If
I was the play I would call is I would put us in shotgun formation and I would just toss it up to Smith.
I think so too.
I would put Smith on the lone side all by himself.
Yep.
And just chuck the ball up to him.
On the short side of the field, run that fade route. The only other thing I had in mind is if I know we had a formation where Smith kind of lines up at the tight end, just something straight up the field, just a little kind of a tight end pop pass or whatever almost, just kind of the old TiVo jump pass from here, just something like that, something straight up the field.
They do have Smith lined up as the tight end. Hartman under center, Bessler behind him. Here we go, 4th down. This is it. Hartman rolls to his right, looking for the receiver. He throws back over the middle. It falls incomplete, and the Titans have won the game 26-20. Extremely hard-fought game here for the Kernels, but the Titans get the comeback win. They score with 21 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. They score on the first possession in overtime, and they hold the Kernels in overtime, and Titans win 26-20.
Drive home safely.
Again, hard-fought game. Good effort for the Kernels. Just the goal to go again. Comes back and haunts the Kernels.
Yeah.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, run through the scoring stats, and wrap things up here for homecoming night here for the Kernels. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel Football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Welcome back here to Joe Quinnell Field as the Mitchell Marching Band getting set for their lights out performance here as T area gets the win 26-20 over the Mitchell Kernels. We'll take a look at the scoring of the ball game. In the first quarter, it was the Kernels threw an interception on their first drive. Cade Korleski got the interception, and then it was just 5 plays, 22 yards later, he goes in on a 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Cameron Hillestad was good. Took 2 minutes, 26 seconds off the clock. It was 7-0 T. Mitchell went 3 and out. T was driving down was losing yards, actually. Defense was doing well as Mitch Grant went back to pass, but it was a tremendous interception by Colton Smith. His 4th interception of the year, his 3rd pick 6. He ran it in from 36 yards out. Extra point was good by Hunter McGee, and it was 7-7 with 3:29 remaining in the first quarter. Next possession for T. Back-to-back sacks for the Kernels. The second one by Colton Smith was a strip sack. It was recovered by the Kernels at the 1-yard line. Hartman went in 1 play later. Extra point by McGee was good. It was 14-7 Kernels with the lead with 1:29 remaining in the first. Then with 8:27 remaining in the second quarter, Cade Korleski gets his 2nd touchdown, a 4-yard touchdown run. It capped off an 11-play, 80-yard drive. Extra point was good, 14-14 with 8:27 remaining. The Kernels then in the second half, 2 7+ minute drives in the second half. The first one, 12-play, 54 yards. It ended with a 19-yard field goal by Hunter McGee with 3:15 remaining in the third. Then another 13-play, 54-yard drive that took 7 minutes and 36 seconds. It was a 30-yard field goal by Hunter McGee, and it was 20-14. The Kernels, however, could not hold T out of the end zone. T scored with 31 seconds remaining, a 5-yard touchdown run by Mitch Grant. Extra point was no good, so that kept the score at 20-20 and forced overtime here. And in overtime, on the 4th play, it was 4th and goal for T. A 2-yard touchdown run by Mitch Grant. Extra point again was no good. It was 26-20, and the Kernels at 4th and 6. Pass fell incomplete, and the T area Titans get the win, 26-20 over the Mitchell Kernels. Yeah, looking offensive, dominated really off yardage by T, 326 to 194. They ran the ball for 241 yards, led by Cade Korleski with 113. Mitch Grant had 19 yards. Mitchell rushed the ball 93 yards. Logan Bessler was their leading rusher for 80 yards. Mitch Grant, 6 of 16, 2 interceptions for 86 yards. The Kernels were 5 of 9 for 101 yards. We did have one throw by Brady Hosing for 48 yards. Jackson Hartman was 4 of 8 with an interception for 53 yards. As obviously the player of the game really in this game was Colton Smith for the Kernels. He had 10 tackles, 1 sack, 1.5 tackles for loss. He had the interception, pick 6. He had a forced fumble.
2 forced fumbles.
2 forced fumbles. The other one was, 2 forced fumbles.
That started one of the 7-minute drives.
Yep, and so really it's just an outstanding game for Colton Smith, but the Kernels just not able to finish it off. Again, 3 times in the inside had goal to go.
Yep.
And just could not get into the end zone. Except for the one time they started at the 1. That's the only time they got into the end zone when they had goal to go. So Mitchell falls to 1 and 4 on the year. T area improves to 4 and 1 on the year. Next matchup for T area, they're at home against Brookings next Friday. The Kernels hit the road. They'll be up in Aberdeen to take on the Golden Eagles of Aberdeen Central on Friday night. As the Kernels again fall to 1 and 4 on the year, but they gave it an effort here on homecoming night. 26-20 T area with the win. Final thoughts here, Tyler?
Just a much improved football team we saw today. They played with a lot of confidence. The defense was fantastic. And, it was a fun game. It was. The last 10 yards, they can march it up and down the field with the best of them, and they can keep us stay on the field, work the ball down the field, but just the field shrinks that last 10 yards. They're just not able to punch it in.
Yep. Well, that'll wrap things up here from Joe Quennell Stadium. Here for Mitchell Telecom's presentation of Mitchell Kernel football, I'm Lyle Johnson along with Tyler Yunke saying good night from Joe Quinnell.